you will be either a worthy emerald or a smooth successor as the times of fate.
Father, what have you done? Go. My father sacrificed himself so you could destroy Mira and lift his master's shadow from the land. Go then. Kill Mira. Do not fail.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jaeger Bishop. We're here with Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And you know what that means. It's time for another roleplay lesson video. I haven't done one of these in a while, I'll admit. Anyway, so the reason I just let all that play out is because of the fact that it helps set the stage for the battle to come. You had a Daedric prince come in, Hermaeus Mora, and of course, you also, let's see, have the battle set up as far as, okay, well, you're this only person that can possibly take on Miraak. So clearly, you have a job to do. You know your objective. You have to defeat Miraak. And everything you've done up to this moment, quest-wise, has been leading up to this battle. Now, we're going to actually go through this level, bit by bit. And we're going to give an example of how to lead up to a battle, or final confrontation, shall I say. Now, immediately, you're thrown in a dungeon like this. Now, a dungeon can be pretty much anything. It could be a spaceship, or a literal dungeon, or something like this, which is actually an alternate universe, or world, called a plane of oblivion, called Apocrypha. Or you can make it an underwater city. It could be literally anywhere you want it to be. So take this for example. What do you see? Well, Apocrypha, well, it's dark, it's got lots of tentacles. That could be taken a few ways. And it's a lot of books. I mean, you can clearly see, like, there's little twisters where there's, like, pages flying around and tons of pages. Like, it looks like there's something written on these, but there isn't. It's just gibberish. But there's books everywhere, and that's fitting because Hermaeus Mora is the Daedric prince of knowledge and foresight. Oh, how rude of me! I didn't introduce our protagonist for this adventure. It might help if I put a candlelight spell. Okay. I'm sorry, these things have a tendency of getting away from me. Yeesh, that's bright. It doesn't look good. But this is Alicia Bishop. In the in my roleplay universe, well, one of them anyway, she's the youngest sister of the Bishop siblings. Anyway, so she's gonna go and kick Murek's ass. And how do we teleport around? A book. That's how we advance through this dungeon. Now, like I said, the black goo and everything, the tentacles, the books everywhere, this all feels like it would be part of a Jaeger prince's realm. Alright? A Jaeger prince of knowledge and, prophecy and all that stuff. And as far as all the tentacles and black sludge go, well, you saw his form. So, this obviously is very reminiscent of his realm. Or I should say, this realm lines up with his appearance and his sphere of influence. And how do we get around? Well, we get around by books. That take us to rooms that are divided into chapters. This one goes to chapter 2. Now that's a sort of gimmicky way. It's easier if you're just starting out as far as creating dungeons, just to have, hallways and doors and stuff, regular doors and stuff like that. Scroll Fireball, Guardian of the Traitor. And of course, there are books all around, but again, these are Prince of Knowledge. That's to be expected. The fact that this place is dark, geesh. What the I'm not sure why it just instantly died. Ooh, heavy armor point. Does that mean I get a skill point because I got the Scholar's Insight perk? Nope, it's still bugged. So, that's a thing. Or not in this case. So now we come to our first encounter. Our hero readies their weapons, spells, whatever. Now obviously, usually you'll have more than one character, but this is a single player game, so and this is good for a player to learn too, is that you have to learn how to identify targets. Now obviously this Seeker was stronger, so it was creating copies of itself. So what you wanted to do was get rid of the main Seeker, and then you wouldn't have to worry about the copy. Now also notice the weapon that I chose is called Silverbane Mark II. This is a custom built weapon, obviously. does 15 points of fire damage, and it also is especially deadly to the undead. Which I don't think Daedra are classified as undead, but I'm not exactly one to, how should I say, I'm not exactly one to nitpick, because even if they are not considered undead, it's still 15 fire damage per hit, plus my characters already base striking damage with any single one-handed weapon. Those of course looking for the D&D experience, well, there you go. And I don't really care about that guy. I'm just gonna move on, leave him behind, because I already have I already had to collect the book. Actually, let's go back over there for a sec, because I'm going to delve into things like this. See, there was a book here that I grabbed. Let's see, items, miscellaneous. It's either in miscellaneous or it's in books. Should be one of these tomes. On Apocrypha, Boneless Limbs. Okay, on Apocrypha, Boneless Limbs. That's the tome that I picked up. Now, that unlocked the way through once I picked it up. Now, obviously, again, this is Apocrypha, Daedra, Prince of Knowledge. Everything about him is books and scrolls, stuff like that. You could easily replace that with key cards, regular keys, crystals. It's up to your imagination, really. But something that makes sense for that character, for that dungeon, that you would need to unlock. The way through to the next area. In this case, we move on to Chapter 3. We teleport through that book and go to the room that's Chapter 3. But it wasn't just, traveling and gathering the key. It was also, we had to fight a couple of low-level minions. That's another thing you have to do, is you have to throw the challenge of, not only would you probably want to throw in the challenge of, like, say, this is a dark area, but my character has the candlelight ability, so she can light her way. Obviously, to use a normal example, non-magical example, you can use something like a torch or a flashlight. Well, same thing. Well, not exactly, because when I say torch, I don't mean like flamethrower or anything. I mean just, one of these. Just a regular torch, grabbed off the wall. See, that's much better. Anyway, she looks stunning in her armor. And the Ebony Flesh spell, yes, helps her glow with all that. But in any case, yeah, I spent a little time making sure she looked presentable. it's difficult with the vanilla in-game creator, but you know, I make do with what I got. Now, again, this is another book called Delving Pincers. Okay, Song of Alchemists. Again, there are books, rolls of paper, inkwells, soul gems all over the place. Here's another gimmick. Chests full of loot. In here, they're pods that look like gaping mouths when you open them. I already got that one, so I'm not going to get a second copy, but you get the idea. And also, I'm going to just point this out here. Look at this. Innocent looking tool, right? But watch. Ay, that hurts. Ay. So yeah. Don't be afraid to throw in like hazards like this. This is a low level hazard, so it doesn't really hurt all that much. It's not that bad, but it's enough to cause a bit of damage. And those tentacles, again, creepy, but you know, you get the idea. You know, occasional environmental hazards like that, just to keep your players on their toes. Cleansing of the Fane. And I keep gathering scrolls here. Mostly because a lot of the scrolls are actually very... And mostly because a lot of the scrolls can be sold as loot. And here's another thing here. A scryer. Now, watch what this does. Pretty sweet, huh? It opens up a whole... It turns a flat wall into a long, winding hallway. And look at this. Font of Magicka. This can actually... This here can replenish your Magicka pool, which is what I use to cast all my spells. Well, what you would use in this game to cast all your spells. Now, you can make this anything, you know, it could be something to restore force powers, mana, whatever. Of course, these are to help the player, or players. Now, obviously, you can do something similar for health and stamina. Like here, there's a green one that represents stamina. Like, watch. See that green bar? It's going down. Now I just activate this, and now this actually shrunk. You can actually just like make something go dim or something like that. And catalog of weapon enchantments. Oh, shit. Now, this game uses visual cues to tell you that you're in combat. Obviously, from a narrative aspect, you'll probably want to use something else. Like, you hear a distinctive sound. You typically, the easiest to do is to make your enemy characters use a distinctive sound when they appear. Let's see. Catalog of weapon enchantments. Another scroll. Another soul gem. It's a lesser soul gem, so we're not going to be too worried about that. Again, we know from our past, this pod is a chest, so we're going to loot that for whatever we want. Okay, that's nice. Do this. Now, in an RPG sense, what you would probably do is say something like, okay, off in the distance, you hear the moving of stone or the creaking of gates as they open. Something like that. Or if you want to be really vague, you can just say the heavy sliding of stone, or something like metal. The line of rusted metal off in the distance. That could mean pretty much anything. They could have activated a trap. They could have activated, just a gate or something. They could have accidentally unleashed a monster. Who knows? It's up to your imagination. Now, this game doesn't have them, but a popular dickish thing to do would be, especially if you have a party member who's a bit of a loot whore, and I'll do a video on loot whores specifically. Okay. I'll do a video on loot whores specifically, but basically what this boils down to is if someone has a tendency to just loot everything that's not nailed down, nailed or bolted down, then what you could do, since this thing opens like a mouth, you could have it actually try and bite them. If you want to just do it for a gag, just have it snap at them. Have them, roll for a reaction to dodge, regardless of what they roll, they get it anyway, so it doesn't matter, but still, you could do something like that. And, whoa, I'm definitely keeping that. But, so yeah, Ebony Bow of the Inferno. My character's specialty is fire, so she's capable of using ice magic, but she's more specialized towards fire. Now, there are not many monsters that have been popping up, so I'm pretty safe. It's been pretty boring, honestly. And that's the thing, you gotta keep throwing in challenges. Otherwise you get, all this lull that's just going on. It's just lots and lots of traveling, some looting. Simple puzzles. There we go. Ported into a new area. Immediately we ran into the next encounter. Let's see. Flame Cloak. And Spellbreaker Shield. And there we go. These two are dead. Got more loot. Of course. So, yeah. That was that encounter. Now, obviously, you want to try and make it a little more interesting. Unless what you're trying to do is just keep your party on their toes, which, you know, I can definitely see that. It's something I would do. Especially if the later boss battle is going to be the really challenging part. Now we got a winding pathway. We got a decision. We can go left or we can go right. Or can we? Let's see, that's interesting. The hallway actually retracted. So we try to go this way, and it does the same thing again. And then a new pathway opens up. Now, obviously, something like this is, you know, just kind of gimmicky, kind of meh. But it falls into a new room with more enemies. My character is capable of tanking most of this because she has very high magic resistance, so. Let's see. She has Circle of Archery, Circle of Immense Archery, and Perilous Archery. I mean, really. We get it. I mean, this character doesn't have very high archery skill, so this is actually good. Scrolls. The other enemy is glitched out, which actually is interesting because you can use that in a sort of horror element, like have there be noises everywhere, but don't make it obvious that there's an enemy. Just the implied fear that, you know, you were hearing this, you know, there's probably an enemy there. May or may not be an enemy there. Here it's just annoying because I can see them on my freaking compass, but whatever. The game is being stupid. Alright. So now this is a puzzle to figure out which in the F way do I go. And it looks like this is my path. And See? That started moving. Winding hallways everywhere. Books. Ow! Sucker, what was that? Oh. Hazard. Shit. Red Book of Riddles. Anyway, yeah. That's another thing you can do, is try and put hazards next to items that you know your party will try to go for. Great way of discouraging kleptomaniacs. Alright, so what's the next step? Well, we can go this way. And that little ball of light is going to help guide us through. Okay, more enemies. And let's see, Spellbreaker Shield. Ah. Now, you notice that's actually happened a couple of times, that these guys have overpowered the Spellbreaker Shield. You can try putting that into your RPG experience as well, where the enemy manages to overwhelm your defenses, so maybe one of the characters in the party is stunned. Maybe the tank is stunned, so someone else has to fill in. Or maybe they just have to pull the tank back. You know, any number of possibilities on that one. Again, we don't know what that did. We just know that, holy shit, it's dark. And candlelight. Now again, my character has to be able to do several different things that normally would be split up over an entire party. But if you have, like, you know, 2 or 3 people, 3 or 4 people in the party, you can have different specializations, hopefully. See, there are hazards everywhere. Now, for me, I can just, you know, keep casting Ebony Flesh, because my character has enough of a reduction in casting that she can just keep doing that. Okay, there we go, there's another one. Unlock a door. You hear a noise off in the distance, and holy shit! Lurker Guardian. Okay, so yeah, unlocking a door triggered this encounter. But she's a freaking tank, she can take it. Sit down, ugly. And booyah, more loot. obviously having more characters doing very specialized roles means they would all have to work together to take something like that down. It also means you can make your enemies like a lot beefier. You know, maybe have a health pool, maybe have a armor on them, stuff like that. It's all up to how you want to set things up. It's all on how difficult you want to make the encounter. Okay, so now we come to this fucking room. Ow! Shit. High Seeker. Okay, so he caught me off guard. I didn't have time to prepare ebony flesh, but I had my Spellbreaker shield ready, so he's dead. As long as those Skyrim revised. So, how is this going to work? Well, let's look at the books, shall we? On Apocrypha, we have Boneless Limbs, we have Delving Pincers, Gnashing Blades, Prying Orbs. Okay, Gnashing Blades. And look at this, Fangs. And I am trying to give a lesson here, you dumbass. Okay? Shh. Do not bug the teacher. Anyway, so as I was saying, these are teeth. It looks like an open mouth, right? It looks like it might have fangs, gnashing teeth, maybe. So we're gonna put gnashing blades here. Okay. Okay, there are pods all over the place, but now, this looks like an eye. We have 3 left. We have Prying Orbs, Delving Pincers, and Boneless Limbs. So, because this looks like an eye, I'm going to go with Prying Orbs. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Now this is just annoying. I mean, it wouldn't be if I had a buddy who could watch my back here, but I don't, so. Abraca, screw you. Anyway. Now, this one's weird. This looks like tentacles. We have Delving Pincers and Boneless Limbs. Boneless Limbs strikes me because of the fact that tentacles don't typically have bones. They're just muscles. So let's put Boneless Limbs here. And of course, since just via the process of elimination we only have 1 book left, and since these look like crab claws, it's safe to say that Delving Pincers goes here. Voila, the puzzle is solved, and that one is ready to be opened. Or has opened, I don't know. Here, I'll, candlelight. There we go. On to chapter 5. Or 6, I'm not exactly sure how many we're on. Ugh. That's a face I don't even think a mother could love. Eek. Oy. Alright. So we have more pods. Obviously, you know, that, whatever. I mean, I already have lots of weapons, so whatever. Doesn't matter. Art of War Magic. The Art of War Magic. Obviously a reference to Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Now, I could actually grab this ebony axe, I think. I got enough. Yeah, I got more than enough. But I'm saving that carry weight for something else. Here we go. Have beast form become ethereal, bend will. Doesn't really make a bunch of difference. So I'm just going to go with my normal ebony flesh. Put on flame cloak. And then I'm going to open up the encounter with a fireball. You can choose to open it up with whatever you like. Rocket, fireball, sniper shot, whatever. My character's not the best marksman, so... Okay, an invisible enemy. That could actually be interesting. And goes near a hazard, which is dickish, but smart. That's another thing you can do, is make your minions immune to, what is that? Immune to the hazards of this place. Or hazards of the dungeons, should I say. Which can make them dangerous because they can go near a hazard, and close quarters characters will be at a disadvantage if it's out of range of their weapons or their melee attacks. Dragon aspect, yay! Shouts. Dragon aspect, yes. Strength, armor, something. Strength, armor, oh shit. Do I have an amulet of Talos? I have an amulet of Xanathar. For some fucking reason, I've only been using my amulet of Xanathar. Brazen necklace, I'm not sure what that does. But yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and pop that on. Yeah. So I have to wait for a cooldown before I can use my shouts again. Let's see. Fast healing. It'll have to be bend will shout. I'm gonna go with Spellbreaker. Okay, thankfully Spellbreaker made sure that didn't hit me too hard. Again, she's a tank. She can take whatever this guy can dish out. Use Ben Will shout. Ah! Yeah, that was just a glitch, so. Okay, beware, Mirac. See, now I can ride a dragon. Because I am just that awesome. Now, obviously, this is a new mechanic. So, target lock. And how the hell do you do this again? Oh, okay. Seeker. Seeker. I think it's R3. I order you to attack this son of a bitch. Alright. So this is obviously a... Kill him! You suck at this. Okay. Kill him. Oh, you did not throw that green shit at me. Daenerys Targaryen, eat your heart out. Anyway. Alright, alright. Everything is dead. You're dead, 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 dead. Okay, X to land.
Are you so easily swayed? No, not yet. We should meet tomorrow. And so the first Dragonborn meets the last Dragonborn at the summit of a mountain. No doubt, just as Hermaeus Mora.
Now, obviously, you can be the story-driven type of person and allow this to keep going, but I'm not the story-driven type of person in this case, because I've done this I don't know how many freaking times. We're going to just go with Flame Cloak, and then we're going to go with Spellbreaker.
It will be free of you.
And then we're just, on top of that, we're going to go with Dragon Aspect.
My time in a
And then we are going to go with, I believe, Fire Breathe.
You are here in your full power.
Because,
subject to my...
because screw you. Okay, so this gimmick is that this guy keeps going into the pool, kills the dragon, absorbs its soul, and regenerates his health. And also his sword has a habit of he keeps going ethereal, he keeps going into these pools. So this guy's not going to be easy to take down. Let's see, I'm just gonna go Ebony Flesh once again. Flame Cloak, and of course I'm gonna go with Spellbreaker still, because this guy is primarily magic. And he's a dumbass. Alright. Maybe at you, but I'm doing pretty good. I don't know. Could I actually use Dragon Run? Ah! Fucking... Okay, I'm gonna need a potion here. To restore my... Let's see, we're gonna go with Fire Breathe, of course. And this guy's got no more dragons, I don't think so anyway. And now, let's see what happens. It should, there we go. The animation's a bit off.
May she be rewarded for her service as I am.
There we go. Now this guy's finally dead. And now I get to loot your corpse. See, that's what I was waiting for. Now, I get to open the book Waking Dreams. And as a special reward, I can now retune any of my skills as I see fit. So, we're going to do that with no. But yeah. So that is how you do encounter or do dungeons. You have your theme, you have your boss. Have your boss tied with that theme. Go through all the different steps that have been seen here, and you'll be well on your way to being your own dungeon master. Until next time, I've been your Bishop. Thank you for watching. Remember Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share this with your friends if you think they'll be interested in it. And of course, please do support the channel. PayPal and Patreon links are in the description. I thank you all for watching, and have a good day.